Mary Ann Miner, our board chair, and Larry Schumacher, both of whom departed yesterday with 38 other pilgrims to visit our mother house in Munster, Germany, and then chart the journey of St. Francis and St. Clare. Spiritual formation is a very important part of our life, as you know, regardless of your religious persuasion. We know, as Jim has said, and as you all have done, we always expect the very highest performance in quality, and service, and financial, and operating metrics. But what makes us special is who we are and how we serve people, and the passionate commitment to do that in a manner that is very Franciscan, that we've all learned from the legacy of our sisters. So we're delighted to be able to continue that today. Sister Mary Beth Coleman, who most of you know, and she contends most of you trained, is at our mother house today in Springfield, where she's enjoying some time with the sisters. Will be joining us a little bit later today. It's my distinct honor and pleasure to announce that Therese Pandel has accepted our invitation to serve as CEO of the Hospital Sisters Eastern Wisconsin Division that Jim so thoughtfully helped us craft with his team and all of you, and chart a journey for our future. The process that we utilized in order to invite Therese and identify her as our future leader was quite inclusive. It was such that we had a search advisory committee on whom that Larry Schumacher chaired, and many served here from St. Nicholas. Nursing was a very important part of that search advisory committee for us. We feel that our founders and our foundresses expect that patient care is at the fore of all we do, and passionate service to people. And we're fortunate that we have 2 nurses on that committee. We have about 7 physicians representing our medical community from both St. Nick's and these geographies, as well as Green Bay geographies, St. Mary's and St. Vincent's. We were able to invite our board members, our sisters, and several of us from the System Services Center. This is an exceptional role for a colleague who is exceptional. There are tremendous opportunities. As Jim said, we're growing, but it's not because we just get excited about growing. It's because our sisters expect that their legacy will continue. As you know, they gave us the principles of the future of the Hospital Sisters Health System. They went through a 2-year deliberation, and Mary and Jim both participated in that, to chart a journey for healthcare and determine that we'll be a sole sponsor in the states of Wisconsin and Illinois, and that they charged us to contemporize, based on today's environment, what that is. We know that healthcare is in tremendous turmoil, everything from swine flu to health reform, and it's very important for us to chart a journey where providers lead health reform. And we're very fortunate that we have physician leaders, several of whom are in the room today, and we'll hear from Ashok a little bit later, who want to chart that journey with us. So if we're going to be here for the long run, and the sisters' legacy will be a foundational element of our future, we need to chart the journey for the future of healthcare. And people deserve to accept the care that you all render. Choosing our leaders is the most important thing we do. Therese Pandel is somebody who is passionately committed to Catholic healthcare and our Franciscan ministry. She has a very exceptional set of professional credentials. She always tells us she's a nurse, and received a graduate degree in nursing from the University of Washington, Seattle, and a master's in business from the University of Wisconsin. She served at Columbia St. Mary's, just down the road, as you know, as most recently as Executive Vice President, accountable for their 3 hospitals, and working very closely with medical leaders to rebuild that organization. We're delighted to see and experience her commitment to a ministerial or a Catholic reflection of healthcare, but also her commitment to quality service and fundamental operational thriving. As I said, as we deliberately grow, because people deserve to receive the care you provide, we need to be very judicious and make sure that we do so in a very responsible manner. And we're delighted that Therese's history has suggested that. We always checked with Jim as we were going through the search advisory process and others, and he said, we need someone from Wisconsin. At that point, you usually say, yes, sir. But we were delighted, he said so obviously much more diplomatically, but we were delighted to see really a national candidate pool that was exceptional. And we were probably more delighted to meet Jim's encouragement to have a Wisconsin native. So we'll really look forward to Tracy. We said, so what should we call you? Sandy was cute this morning, so what should we call her? Her name is Trace, but everyone calls her Tracy, and I've always known her in the field as Tracy, so call her whatever you like, but it probably isn't Mrs. Pandle. Tracy Pandle, welcome. Come on up and share with us.
Thank you, and truly, call me whatever you like, just not Mrs. Pandle. As you heard from Stephanie and Jim, the hospital sisters of St. Francis have had a long and distinguished tradition of caring for patients in eastern Wisconsin. And my goal is to continue that tradition and help us navigate through a pretty challenging future. St. Clair of Assisi said, "If you are what you should be, you will set the whole world on fire. Let the truth be your delight, proclaim it, but with a certain congeniality." I found that reflection very inspiring, and I also like to hear the voice of women, so I really appreciate St. Clair. I was drawn to this position because of the Franciscan values. I had worked many years in my position at Columbia St. Mary's, and really had no intention of leaving. And when I looked at the position description, I thought, oh, I could make a difference there. I can help this organization. And it really was compelling. My background, as Stephanie said, is nursing. I started as a bird nurse and an intensive care unit nurse. And I am exceedingly grateful for the years and the lessons learned at the bedside. I carry that with me, and a passion for excellence in patient care is at the center of what we do. I think our promise to the community is to keep patients safe, to keep them from harm, to treat them respectfully, and treat them how they would like to be treated, and heal them. And for me, the Franciscan value of stewardship and responsible stewardship of the community's resources is vital, and that also resonated with me. I've been told I'm a seasoned executive, and what seasoned really means in St. Clair's words of congeniality is you're no longer young. And what those years of service has really done for me is make me more passionate about our ability to transform healthcare and make it safe, effective, timely, efficient, patient-centered, and cost-effective. And I really am excited about the opportunity here to work and serve with all of you to take the sound foundation that I see. I see many strengths as I've looked at across the Eastern Division. I see the strength of a history of quality care, strengths of many talented physicians, talented and committed associates, and a committed community. And that's an abundance. We can take that abundance and move forward to change in a respectful, responsible way. Just like politics, all healthcare is local. Healthcare for each is defined by each patient. That might be a child, a parent, a sister, a brother, a teacher, a mentor. And really what our patients want is that individualized care that they need every day. So I'm delighted to be here with you. I see so many strengths, and I think it will be a privilege and an honor to serve with you, to take those strengths and advance the care and the tradition of the Franciscan Hospital Sisters. Thank you.